The European Commission declares that increasing circularity among companies and governments would help to raise our current and future challenges in resources. Ellen MacArthur Foundation states that circular economy presents a multi-trillion euro economic opportunity. In this transition towards circular economy, measuring circularity of products and services is crucial for designing business strategies.
So how can a company assess its circularity? This factor will look at the current landscape of circular economy metrics. Over the past 6 years, a large number of new circular economy metrics have been developed. Circular systems can be assessed at 3 or 4 main different spatial levels. These factors will focus on how companies can measure its circularity at the micro level, as identified by the World Business Council for Sustainable Development in their analysis of 140 company annual reports. 76 of them are evaluating their circularity at the micro level. That means assessing the company input and output. When reviewing how the 29 existing metrics at the micro level include the core circular economy principles, it is found that recycle approach is the most included in the metrics, which is a strategy to retain value in the downhill of the value hill presented by Circle. Circular design strategies for adding value, such as redesign and reduce, are less considered in the current metrics. Regarding how metrics approach to sustainability, it is found that at the micro level, environmental and economic dimensions are the most included ones. Now, let's take a deeper look into the specific circular metrics. There is a large diversity both in the method used and data assessed. Also, there are not official or commonly accepted metrics to measure circularity. Indeed, many authors claim that the existing ones are in the initial stage of development. In the review of Nathalie, circular metrics can be categorized in 2 different groups: circularity measurement indices, providing a circularity percentage, and circularity assessment tools, differentiating them in frameworks and indicators. The first group is aimed to provide a value expressing how circular a system is through the definition of the main attributes of circular economy, such as the percentage of reused materials. The main limitations found are that the understanding of the definition of circularity differs in each case, and that any of them include all the core circular economy principles. Identifying the most popular indices by the number of cases studied using them and their approach to the core principles of circular economy. One example of circularity measurement indices is the Material Circularity Indicator proposed by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation and Granta Design, which includes the quantity and type of input in the production process, the utility during the use phase, the destination after use, and the efficiency of recycling. The second group is aimed to measure the burden or value created by a circular system. They are mainly focused on the environmental or economic impacts of a circular strategy, rather than the intrinsic circularity. They are based in existing frameworks. The main limitation of these metrics is that these frameworks make the metrics more difficult to apply and interpret than the indices. Life cycle assessment has been reviewed as the most used framework to assess circular strategies, which provides a broader scope in terms of system boundaries and complementary indicators. One example based in this framework is the coefficient value ratio, which combines the eco-costs, both material and energy depletion and pollution, to the market value of the products and services delivered. From the presented circular metrics landscape, and considering the findings of the diverse reviews that have studied the existing metrics at the company level, there are 3 main considerations that should be taken into account. The current landscape of circular metrics reveals a lack of common agreement of the definition and core principles of circular economy, both from the academia, business organizations, and government. This difference creates, as we saw, that there are a large number of metrics trying to measure the same concept but with different methods, indicators, and scopes, which compromise the standardization of the metrics and the delivering on its promise of fundamental change. The circular measurement approach should recognize relevant existing standards and frameworks and build upon them. Developing metrics on the top of this momentum would be more favorable than using new tools that do not align with the methods already used by companies, such as the considerations of ISO for environmental labeling and declarations and LCA, or other protocols or company reports that businesses are already using. Scholars point out that a business strategy could increase circularity in one level at the expense of additional environmental burden in another one. For the reason, it is necessary to measure circularity considering more than one level. Life cycle assessment methods could contribute to the system approach, but further research should be done in how to translate this approach into effective and reliable methods and metrics, as the existing ones are still in their initial stage of development.
If you want to know more about this topic, access to the report linked in this video.